Hey Cactus crew, how you guys going? Hope you're going well. If you're new here, hi, I'm Bill. Welcome to a CB Live. Hopefully I'll get in the chat. I always say that, but I aim to succeed in that one day. I'll be in the chat having a chin wag. We will discuss this. What is this? We're going to be watching, first off, Katie's Instagram live from yesterday. I feel like it's older than yesterday. And then hopefully her YouTube live. But it's so long. What we don't get through will continue on next week because I don't cover Katie on the weekend. For my mental health, I need to tune out from her, which, means that my Katie load just gets bigger. But that's fine. We will, there's no race when you're a snail. Like me, I'm a snail. Replay crew, make sure you check out the description box. That's where the timestamps are. And there's a bunch of links that I'll put in the pinned comment after the live. Oh yeah, reminder that I upload shorts daily on my channel. You can follow me on what platforms? Instagram, X, and TikTok at It's Crystal Bill. And what else? My brain's just like, farted because it doesn't want to proceed. I have to force it. I have to tie it down for Katie time. I just wish she would shut up. I'm exhausted. Like, I'm literally exhausted from her, but she's not exhausted because she's buzzing off her tits. The lives that we've covered so far are linked in the description box. And like I said, after the live, they'll be in the pinned comment. Make sure you check them out because, yeah, the live that we just watched yesterday, she had full-on meth jaw going on, meth mouth. And you'll know this if you've gone through it. I was at one time addicted to meth. Been over 10 years clean, but I can see the signs and hopefully help you guys understand what addiction does to the mind because as you can see from the visuals, not right now, but, I'm sure it's scarred into your mind what Katie looks like now. I don't need to bring her in. But this is what addiction is, what she's going through. She's in active addiction, not in the real world. She's not living in reality. She's living in a completely oblivion where she's untouchable. Nothing can go wrong. And she's right. She's not wrong ever. If she was wrong, we wouldn't be here. She doesn't grow. It's the carousel from hell, round and around and around. No one gets off and no one gets on. That was the first mistake I made. No. Wasn't it? Or no. That doesn't make sense. I'm trying to make my brain match and warming up, basically, treading water. Are you guys ready for it? Yeah, so everything's my own opinion, but that's why I share the huge truckload of links because I got my videos that can back up what I say. And like I've been here since 2019, so I've seen it all. This is not my first trip around I was going to say the sun, but no, whatever this is, whatever this is. Okay. Deep breaths. I am the only one taking deep breaths, right? I'm the only one stalling my own life. Well, I'm the only one in control. Who put me in control? I don't want to be here. Oh gosh, when I saw she did that huge live on YouTube, I'm like, no, just shut up. Like this is so typical, of the personality disorder that I believe she has, where she just believes she's someone that she's not and someone who's important. Who the hell? I've never even heard of an archival consultant doing the press tour for the documentary. Like, you are not the star. You're not a survivor. You're not a victim. You pretty much are the only abuser in the story. but you're just like projecting your own shit, Katie, onto Robert Shin, making him the bad guy. But what about this, like, you know, we live in this world where innocent until proven guilty, and there's a law system, you know, that criminal cases go through. Allegations aren't fact, but in Katie's case, they are. She doesn't know, because she doesn't know the truth. Someone's in here as me. God, don't trip me out. Who's this? Who's this? That's not me. Who are you? Hey? What the fuck? Am I tripping out? Goose, where are you? Goose, am I tripping out? Hang on. Sorry, just 1 second. I just need to go grab my brain. I forgot to tie it down, and it's just, this is not me. Like, someone's in my chat with my picture and my name, and they're talking to Marcy. Yeah, like, boot this person, Cactus Bill. That's not me. What happens when you click on there? Who are you? And how lame are you? Why not just come in as your own, like, you know, because obviously I'm going to see you, and it's like dum-dum. Is it you, dum-dum? Sorry, also known as Katie Joy, you know, 2 syllables. Interesting. You know, that hasn't really that hasn't really happened since yeah, remember Katie? Katie did her own mock-up of her own self, and went into Little Red's chat and called, oh no, pretended to be Little Red. I don't know. It's too far back. I can't think. Ah, it's posting on it's posting on my old posts. How is it possible with the same name? It's just what old post on my videos? It's posting on my old videos. I have so many comments to catch up on because now it's the weekend. I can, because work's over. Oh, okay. This is just too much. This is too much for my brain, okay? Like, I don't care if you're messing with me, and like, why would you do that? Because it's just pathetic. Come in as someone else and have an original name. Why can't you be Bill Cactus? Or, you know, get your own name. Oh my, okay. Well, we'll just leave them. Did you boot them, Goose? Okay. Sorry for going silent, guys. Just thanks, Marcy. I obviously haven't checked. I'll have to check afterwards. I want to cross paths with them. Have a good old talk, you know, sit down, have a chin wag. Cactus Bill to Cactus Bill. Let's get confused. Which one am I? Hang on, I'm the intelligent one. How do I know? Because you'd have to be fucking dumb to do that, wouldn't you? This is stupid. Okay. We can move forward now to yeah, this mess of a thing. Oh, I say thing and I feel bad, but how can I feel bad? You're in an active lawsuit. You can't shut up. And look, you didn't even use a mirror. I'm just going to press play. Too much drama already.
Hello, friends. I have something to say. I went live yesterday. I went live on my Instagram for the first time forever. And I shared with you guys what is happening with Robert Shin and 7M and Dancing for the Devil. And it occurred to me while I was just doing a live. So I just did an interview for a podcast that I don't know when it'll come out, probably in the next few days. And we were talking about the series Dancing for the Devil. And while I was doing this interview for the podcast, I started thinking about how all of this stuff that's happening with posts made by Miranda or any of the other dancers, or threats that are being made by all of these fake accounts. Hi, Sanika. Hi, Sweetie Pie. It occurred to me that the number one thing that Robert Shinn wants is for people to stop talking. And he apparently thinks that I am now the only person that talks about it. And for whatever reason, he's still directing all of this hate towards me. But this is so much bigger than me now, right?
What hate? What hate is directed at you? You haven't given us any proof except your usual spin, which we can bring up from year to year. My trolls! Don't talk to my trolls! Oh, they talk to my trolls! You know, the same spin, but you put it on different people because you think that you're smarter than everyone. Katie, I can't believe you came on live looking like this. You look like a mess. You are scattered. You basically couldn't even get through the first few sentences, repeating over, you know, because I was on a podcast, but I was also thinking, and, you know, it got me thinking about this, that Robert Shinn wants everyone to be quiet. Dude, he doesn't want you to be quiet. You can keep talking all you want. That's his evidence against you. You don't understand that you're the evidence. And you just keep delivering it, like, willingly. That's what this is, mind-boggling how stupid you are. And you want to come across looking smart? You're in an active lawsuit. You'd have to be the dumbest idiot in the world to continue to speak and continue to smear. Do you not care about your career? Do you care about the documentary more than your career? Yes, you do.
And I'm so grateful to literally every single content creator, every true crime podcast, every podcast host, every outlet that's covering the story, that is helping spread awareness. I'm so grateful for your voices, because the one thing that Robert Shinn can't do is stop the truth. He can try to silence voices, but he cannot silence the truth. And the more people that speak, and the more people that continue to speak out and talk about what's happening and the injustices that they're seeing right before their eyes, the less power this man holds over anyone.
Yeah, well, let's get some other people than you. All we're hearing from is you. We're not hearing from Robert Shinn. It's all you. It's what you say. I can't even imagine being a podcast, or, you know, like, what the fuck did Heather McDonald ask you? So you are the archival consultant, the fact checker. What credentials do you have to give you that spot? Do you have any training? You say you're an advocate. What have you done for people? What advocate training have you had? Because seriously, May 28, you're live. It's linked below. You admit that it wasn't until this documentary that you didn't know that retelling victim stories triggers them. It's just like absolutely ridiculous, because that's all you do. Detail people's stories. You are obsessed with the trigger words that victims can't be around. You reharm people. You re-traumatize people, and you do it smiling. And can you just shut up? Can we get some more people in to talk? Because we want some personal experience. We want to hear from the survivors. No one wants to hear from you. All you can do is speculate. There's no personal experience with you.
As uncomfortable as it might seem to the dancers that are still in, and how they view things as though this is an attack on them, when and if they actually come out of this cult, they're going to see how much love the people that were involved in this had for them, and how much care and concern was made for them, concern for their safety, concern for their well-being, concern for their careers. They'll see once they're away from that cloud. If they could see that their dance community cares. There is a huge network of dancers, choreographers, directors, studios, so many professionals that care, that want to see these dancers succeed, that know that these dancers can succeed without Robert Shinn, that would hire them in a second without Robert Shinn involved. And they have a huge network of people that love them, that care about them, and that want them to be free. So the last thing anyone should be doing is, no matter what the threats are, no matter who gets doxxed, no matter who much, yes, we can only hope they'll leave. Exactly, Nina. Hi, Nina. I love you. Hope you're doing well. Tell your sisters hi.
Oh, that is so cringe. You know, as you were saying that, Katie, how they've got a network, people that love them, that will support them. They know. They don't need you to tell them that, because they live in the real world, and those people are their real contacts, their real relationships. Meanwhile, you think you know all these people, choreographers and stuff in the dance industry. You don't know anything. You were just like completely, like you just completely miss the whole point of like the dance scene, the battles, all that. Like you take shit literally. Like this is just fucking pathetic. See her looking down at the chat because she can't take her eyes off anyone that's not swallowing what she's feeding everyone. God, Kate, I just can't, like, why didn't you look in the mirror before? Why not just pause it? Like, obviously you can see yourself now. Pause it, go do a little, I don't know.
The only thing we can hope is that they will leave. We can only hope that this will help wake people up. We can also hope that the series will help and prevent anyone else from being hurt by this group. Even if Robert has neighbors coming by to take photographs in my house, and even if you're one of my neighbors taking photographs in my house, you're not going to intimidate me and silence me by doing that. You actually just...
You are the biggest idiot in the world. You're paranoid because you haven't slept, because you're scattered. Your brain is jumping. You just like, it's like racing. You like excited to get your information out, but it's the same information over and over from your same voice. Your neighbors aren't involved. Robert Shinn's not involved with those photos. Those are screenshots from videos that you have shared. Man, I could show you a bunch of photos on my Twitter. I could show you your whole house just from posts you have shared. Because you're that desperate for attention. And because you don't remember. Because you're a different person every day, depending on what story you're covering. And that is sick, you know? But you can't see that because addiction will never let you see that. Addiction keeps you thinking everything is perfect and that you look good. I'm sorry to tell you that that's not the truth. Don't come at me. Don't come at me. I mean, the facts are on the screen. Just because you're wearing rose-colored glasses.
Look like you're guilty. People that want to intimidate and silence people do things like threatening them and making them feel scared in their own homes. And I refuse to feel scared in my own home.
Oh, is that why you shared SHIN'S house, Miranda's address? Is that why you went through everyone's real estate, their finances, so they would be scared of you, so they wouldn't, like, oh, careful, she might dig more, she might bring up more information and expose us all. Katie, what about Robert Shin exposing you? Because that's what's going to happen, isn't it? You're the one that is like, you are doing so much work. And it's all just to take down Robert Shin. Are you missing the big picture? Aren't you meant to be a cult expert? Aren't you meant to be an advocate? Where's your advocacy words? Have you been taught anything? Stop looking at the chat, Paulson. Up here, eyes up here, Paulson. Can you see me? Plus, you're neglecting your face.
I refuse to feel scared in my own space, in my own town. I will not allow Robert Shin to try to make me feel scared. And if you're a neighbor doing that, like, shame on you, right? And we have now made sure that our cameras save all data. We have cameras installed all around the house now.
Now, not before, now. So you're either lying or you just set it up today to save data. Like the whole shit before. My husband's got to find it. Oh, your husband's got to find the footage, but you sitting there crying wolf. Sounds a bit like pride flag situation. You know, whatever situation you want to spin. Because you don't ever know the truth. This is the result of lying to yourself for your entire life. You don't know what the truth is. We know the truth and we can just watch you go round and round. You are really burning yourself out for nothing but to look like an idiot. Because, I mean, the whole reason why you won't shut up is because you're trying to threaten Robert Shin. And it's not working because by staying silent, he's the strongest party in this lawsuit. You're weakening your case with every post, with every live, and you think you're smarter? That's the whole thing. Like, without self-awareness, you're just, I'm so smart, I'm so pretty, look at me, I'm getting interviewed, la-da-da-da-da. Holy shit, she must be so fucking dumb. She must have like fried her actual brain cells. Is there any brain left? You're neglecting your MRSA, no, it's not MRSA, MRSA infection, your staph, your hookworm infection on your face. We see it. You don't see it. We see it. You look atrocious. You look unwell. You look like you need a friend to tell you that you don't look good. Go to the doctor, Katie. You'll end up with sepsis. And then you'll still be trying to target Robert Shin. And you'll come on here again and God, oh my God, please don't make that my reality.
now. And if you're going to come up to our house again and take photographs, we will get you on camera. But I'm not going to allow those kinds of threats to stop this. And he can't control me. He can't dictate what I do. But more importantly, y'all, he can't control you. He can't control you that are creators that are talking about this. He can't control the other TikTokers and podcast hosts and influencers and YouTube channels that are talking about this. He can't control them.
Guess what, Katie? You can't either. What are you going to do when the narrative that everyone else starts saying is not your narrative and you don't have the capacity to think or, to think how we came up with that? Small minds talk about people.
Media that is talking about this. It is completely out of his hands. And if he thinks that I'm the threat, it's just hysterical to think that I am someone that has this much control and power over him. We can only hope that with everything that we're doing, seeds of doubt can be planted and people can start to think for themselves. A huge part of helping people wake up from a cult is planting seeds and reminding them of who they were before they start to think for themselves. We can only hope that with everything that we're doing, seeds of doubt can be planted and people can start to think for themselves. A huge part of helping people wake up from a cult is planting seeds and reminding them of who they were before they were part of the group, and reminding them that people love them. And I just hope that everyone knows.
Stop rubbing your leg. Stop regurgitating what you've heard. Sit up properly and be a professional and act like an advocate. Don't go, but that's planting seeds while you're looking all around, eyes going up. Like, you aren't, that's not commitment. That's bullshit. Because you haven't been trained, Katie. And I keep stressing that. Because without being trained, advocates go and get trained. They go and get credentials, qualifications, degrees, because you can cause further harm. And that's what you're doing even now. You're not doing anything good for the victims, for the survivors. I haven't heard any of them speak. Have you maybe taken them along with you to the podcast that you've gone, or are you just going to go, I'm going to get as many as I can? Who cares about the survivors? My voice is what matters. This is the Katie Joy Show, our archival consultant with no qualifications. Because being an archival consultant, I'm pretty sure that's like a role that you need to be qualified for. Like, have you ever done, imagine Katie archiving shit. She only knows how to delete.
Knows that if you continue to talk about this and if you continue to speak about it, it's going to do exactly what Robert doesn't want it to do. Robert wants this to go away. He doesn't want people to talk about it. He wants to go back to work. He wants his dancers to go back to work. And he wants you to forget about this. And we're not going to forget about this. We're not going to forget about what's happening. We're not going to forget about what is going on in Tujunga. We're just not, no matter what he wants, no matter what he throws at us. And when it comes to like all you guys out there that are covering it on social media, I'm so grateful. It's amazing to see you guys doing this. And always make sure if you have questions or comments, you can send me a DM. I might not respond, but I will definitely see it. And generally speaking, I have been going into my stories. And if I see a lot of the same questions coming up, I will answer it in a story. So if you see a story like yesterday, it was all about Vic because Vic is still inside. I'll post it. I can't promise I'll respond to you though directly. With everything that's been going on, it's just we're being very careful about who we communicate with. So
I bet you are. And making sure that you're logging out of this account before you reply with that account. You know, don't want to let anyone know or let any more names be added to your sock account list. Katie, look at you. You can DM me. I was like, is she congratulating me? I think she is. She wasn't being specific. And here I am creating content on it all. I mean, you are the star, right? I love it. Like, is this the outfit that you wore for your interview? You didn't rock up in a nice little skirt suit, copy. You know, I always think Barbara Walters. What would she think of you, Katie? Or anyone that is an actual reporter or journalist, what would they think of you presenting yourself as a professional? Because you're not any professional. I wish you would look up. Like, I don't like this snotty, mean girl. It's not doing you justice.
I hope that you guys keep talking about it. I hope if you haven't signed the petition yet, that you will sign it. I know that Haley is working on right now how many signatures she needs, and she's going to deliver the petition to the police. So it's not in vain. She's going to seek and ask for them to look into this and show them how many people are supporting this. But just
Katie, the TMZ article, the only pending allegations is the LA lawsuit that's been accepted to move forward to trial or whatever in 2025. A petition is not going to do anything. Is Kylie Douglas involved? Because her case was rejected April 2024. But she didn't, you know, still like gobsmacked that she's like doing her little press tour, but like her case was like rejected, which is just bullshit. Like, really tells you about the character of the people involved. They don't care about the truth. Oh, yeah, I'm stating the obvious. I know. Yeah, and that's exactly what because TMZ actually contacted the police and the investigators, Katie. Yeah. They didn't need no petition. Yeah, Will says if there's no evidence or no witnesses that are willing to testify, there's no case. And that's what TMZ said the investigators said about Kylie Douglas's case. Like, it's just not enough evidence. It was more, remember Katie going through it? It was more like she was just whinging and upset, but there was like, where's the criminal aspect of it? And they said that some of them had waited too long as well. It's like weird, they'd wait only for when the documentary is going to be made. And then the documentary can't wait until the allegations are proven real, proven as fact. Like, what the fuck? Katie, they are your people.
Keep talking. Don't stop talking about this, because it's not just about these dancers that are trapped. It's not just about the people that are inside, but it's about all of these other people that they are influencing, and they are reaching through their videos and who they're trying to recruit and the children that they're trying to get into this cult. Yeah, it's much bigger than just the dancers. When I have updates about anything else, I will share them in a post or in a story. I'm not going to answer any specific questions today. And do we have cult experts helping you all and the families? All avenues have been.
Why do you itch yourself like a dog? I swear it's because you've had limited human contact. The way you scratch yourself. You see that? Like, she moves her whole arm instead of her finger.
Do we have cult experts helping you all and the families? All avenues have been utilized. So all avenues have been utilized.
You said that with so much confidence. Look at the confidence on your face. Look at, like, you look scared. You look scared. You look like you are talking a whole lot of words that you aren't even agreeing with. This is your front. I guess, your makeup is a front. Everything's perfect. Everything's fine. Is it, Katie? Is it? Look at those worried eyes. Or is she so high that, she just looks startled? How long has it been since you closed these eyeballs? I mean, close these eyelids, Katie. Asking for your eyelids. They want to know.
All avenues have been utilized. I can't speak for the families. I can't speak for Netflix. I can just say that all avenues have been explored. And utilized. So that's it for now. That's it for now. And I hope you all have a good day. The doc is #1 in Brazil. That's awesome. It's called Dancing with the Devil, 7M TikTok cult. Oh, hey, Calypso Tower. I'm going to say hi to you. So there's some questions right now about Nick in the chat. So I'll just say that, like, right now, as far as I know, no one has heard from Nick. We're going to keep asking Robert where Nick is. We're going to keep asking Robert why he's focusing so heavily on Miranda. Why isn't he having Nick speak out? Why did Nick delete his Instagram and his YouTube and his...
Why can't you go and figure it out for yourself? Do a little investigation. Why do you think the one person that is not going to talk to you because they're in an active lawsuit with you would tell you this shit? And who the fuck is we? Not you and Toad. I mean, he's not going anywhere with you. We, you and Frida, Katie and Joy? You and Netflix? I don't know. Oh, Susie. Cactus High 10? Who wants to watch her down the wizard of journalism? Has my brain gone to mush, or the words aren't like processing? Can you imagine, just if she thinks she's a journalist, we are all qualified to stand on her driveway. But she's just an absolute twit. She can't even tell that those photos are from her own videos, or that she probably shared them once at one stage. I'm pretty sure the BMW one was shared around the time that she got it serviced. She shared that blue one in the garage, and then when they picked it up, I don't know, I've missed a lot. I'll have to go check my Twitter. I feel like I didn't do your message justice, Susie. Take it back. Take it back now. Oh, I love seeing Toad. When people say Todd, I just think Todd Chrisley. So thank you for using the correct word. Tax Max. Oh, I love your name. It's a rap on itself. Tax Max Facts. Thunderclap. If that's not an album title, that's the name of your autobiography. Okay. They say Toad needs to get his son and himself out of there. I don't know why they're still there. Probably because she'll say, probably because she'll say he's an RS. Yeah, exactly. I think Toad knows everyone that has, she turns on everyone. Imagine the smear campaign against him, but then the mother automatically gets the child. Is that the same thing in America? But yeah, I don't think he has the balls either, because he's been emasculated, and she would have told him that this is as good as it gets. And he would have gone, it is, it really is. Because he's what? Almost 50. Oh no, way over 50. 54 or something. He's living his later years now. Katie's still in her 20s, rocking it out at the club. He's got a teenager to look after. I feel sorry for V just so much, man. The absolute, we don't see her show any care for anyone that she could be harming, Doesn't even cross her mind. Even when she's detailing abuse, it doesn't even cross her mind that she's affecting survivors. Her son never crosses her mind. She can sit there and just talk about Von McRae, and he can hear through the Bible thin walls. She doesn't go and tell her son, by the way, I'm covering this guy who's in a coma. He shares the same name as you, but just know that when I say that name, I'm not talking about you. No, she didn't tell that to her son. So her son had to listen to her talk about, Von dying, and Von was abused, and Von suicide, and Von died like this. And oh my God, to the point where he was asking Katie about life expectancy. A 10-year-old child. But she's also told him that he's so medically fragile that he might not live to be an adult, when that's not true. She focuses on the negatives and exaggerates the negatives because it makes the story sound better. And then when people go, oh, she's so evil, she goes, no, I'm the mother of a medically fragile child. How dare you say that? I would never be so evil. But yeah, typical narcissist. Oh, here we go. Will I be able to say this sentence? Take 2. Cactus high five, Susie. I got a contact high from this. Oh, you got a contact high from this video? I know. if we could all get high just from the looks. But she's just so wonky. Not even taking care of herself at all. Like, Robert Shinn is her priority over her health. And she shares a bed with her son so he can catch it from the sheets. Like, totally neglectful. Because if her son does get sick, that's a kick for her because she gets to talk about it. Make it into this big, like, sit there smiling that her son is so sick.
TikTok, why is Nick in hiding now? Why are you trying to hide Nick? Is hiding Nick a way to hurt Lawrence and Magdalia? Do you want to hurt Lawrence and Magdalia and his brother? Is that what the goal is? Nick is a human being, and as far as I know, is the kind of kid that loves people so hard and will do whatever he feels like he needs to help someone and contribute. And Robert is exploiting that. He's exploiting Nick's faith. He's exploiting Nick's willingness to do and help in any capacity that he can. He's taking advantage of Nick's drive to help and do what he needs to contribute.
You're taking advantage of Robert Shinn's faith, switching the whole script. Your speculation is the truth. He can't just be a pastor that is like the manager of a talent management. Are they managers? No. Owners? Katie? Just because you don't have any worldly experience, you think that everything is pigeonholed. Step back. Take a moment. See if you can, I don't know, figure out that maybe you're projecting everything that you are onto Robert Shinn like you do with everything. Because, man, the reason you don't understand victims is because you are an abuser. You are the wolf, desperately trying to be part of the sheep.
And that's not acceptable. Nick is a talented dancer. He had a career that was flourishing before Robert Shinn came into his life. And now he has been relegated to somehow not having a social media platform that he spent years cultivating. And Robert is taking that away from him. And that's not fair. I know that Nick, if he were out of this cult, would be horrified with what's happening.
You don't know him. Stop speaking for him. We don't need you to speak for him. And also, you're ruining your own career online. You've built this whole without a crystal ball, almost 400K, but not quite there, but almost, but that's where it stays because you're an almost kind of person. You're not a successful because you have to lie and cheat and manipulate your way to seem successful. Oh, Katie, did I just... Yes, that's you to a T. Yes, put the kettle on. I am here. Lots of cups all around for the Cactus crew. Yes, Katie, there's a lot. You'll have to make several trips. A big pot. Yes. Oh, okay. Only small things in the Paulson house. That's fine.
And I think if we saw Nick speak, that would make sense. My other question is for Robert, is why haven't you spoken, Robert? You are the man of God. I have covered cults for years. Anytime there is an accusation generally against a leader, a pastor, a disgraced pastor, it's very rare that the pastor doesn't speak.
Sit down. I've got some information for you. You are in an active lawsuit. This is not you just calling out a cult leader. This is you being sued for defamation for sharing information that was not meant for the public. You sharing information that was covered by protective order because you were so desperate to be involved in this docuseries. You went and did shit that was illegal. And you can't even get your head around that because you are smarter. You think that this documentary is going to save your ass? This fucking docuseries is evidence against you. You went and used the information that you were getting sued for in April 2022, and you stalled your lawsuit in that year. And then I just looked it up before I came live. on the 3rd of November, because production started in November 2022 for this docuseries. On the 3rd of November, that's when Katie shared the documents that were covered by the protective order, not meant for the public, straight into the production's hands. And what do you know? That's when she was archival consultant. But you know, she only got her contract a month ago. So for 2 years, she fed them all this information. Like, she's the go-to fact checker, but she only got her contract a month ago. Does that not fucking spell you were used? It spells that to me, because the only reason they wouldn't have given, like, the only reason Dum Dum wouldn't have requested, like, because she's not interested, she'll do whatever, you know, screw the contract. I'll go over mountains for you guys. I'll put my career on the line for you, because once everyone sees that I am part of a Netflix docu-series, yeah, you reclaim what you lost when you were left out of happy, shiny people. And now you are the happy, shiny person. But yeah, Katie, why logic is not really happening in the brain, is it? No.
Usually a pastor will go and give a public statement. They have comments that are made through an attorney, or they go on the pulpit and talk about what was happening. And you have done none of that. You are the man of God that is supposed to take care of your flock. You're supposed to guard and protect your flock. You're supposed to be the leader of your flock. And instead, what you're doing is you're putting your flock out on the road and driving a bus over them by having them deal with and answer to your behavior.
What about your flock, Katie? Your flock just going round and round in circles. The fence has been removed and they're still standing there. Because they can't move or think without you telling them what to say. Otherwise they get blocked. You are such an idiot. The smartest thing is to remain silent and do the talking through the lawyer that you're paying. But you believe you're above the law? You believe public prosecution is above the law? Imagine if you were put in the same position. Imagine if you were put in Robert Shin's shoes and someone was going smear campaign central on you. And there's a Netflix I can't wait. I just got real excited. Like, if there was a Netflix document series on you, holy shit. This is what I told Tim Milgram. No, I didn't. This is what I told Derek, the director. I said, you're just the wrong person. Katie is who you want to do an expose on. That's the docuseries of the century. Holy shit. But like, make it good, not one-sided. So Derek, I don't think you would be good for it, because if this is your work, I'm not interested. Really, you killed your career with this docuseries. Katie, you killed your career by talking. Oh man, there's Robert Shin doesn't need to talk. He's released 2 statements. How many statements have you? Well, one for every different day. No, one for every different hour of the day, of the week, of the year.
You're going to tell them that this series was about them. The series, Robert, is about you and your behavior and the lack of accountability that you have had. The series was not about them. The series was about the harm that you caused. And you have yet to acknowledge any harm that you have caused. You have yet to acknowledge any failures. You are not infallible as a human being. No man is above the law and no person is without flaw. And if you can't speak and actually stand up for your flock as well as your clients, you're their manager. Managers are supposed to protect their clients' best interests, and yet you're making your clients protect you. Who is really managing who? If all your clients are doing is working to protect you, why aren't you protecting them?
Why aren't you protecting your son? Why aren't you protecting your career, your reputation? Why aren't you protecting your husband? Your business, without a crystal ball, is your family's sole income. Wouldn't you think you'd shut the fuck up just merely on that? Like that? Like, fuck. You must. Like, what the fuck does Toad think you're doing? Does Toad look at you and go, yep, you look fine, go ahead and go on live? It doesn't look like you are deep in addiction, scattered off your brain. You can't even, like, Katie, you don't look like someone I want to fucking trust. You don't look trustworthy. I would never trust anyone with those eyebrows. And I'm not just saying that about you. There's other people walking around with worse eyebrows. And I come across them and they want to talk stuff. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't hear you. You look untrustworthy. Katie, what are you looking at? It's just, there's so many angles going on in maths, with a ruler.
He's silent because he's probably planning something huge. I highly doubt that. Robert, in my opinion, the reason why you are not saying anything is because you're a coward. You are afraid that if you say something, you have no control. In your little echo chamber at your church, you get to dictate what everyone says and does. But if you were to come out into the public sphere and actually have to answer for this, you would have no control.
And do you think that you have control, Paulson? Do you think that you are a good representation of someone who is in control? You wouldn't know control if it was sitting right next to you. And I don't care if that doesn't make sense, but it kind of does. Katie, you are out of control. You can't shut up. You think that you just need to keep reminding people and blah, blah, blah. Say what you need to say and then move on. But you need to constantly be at it because you're the cult leader. You're the one that's brainwashing everyone. You're the one that loses everything if your narrative is proven not to be true. And there's a whole lot of evidence to say that it's not true. But you deny, deflect. It's all Robert Shinn, he's all silent because he's a coward. Says the one talking too much. Guilty people talk too much. Katie, remember when you told Miranda that you weren't involved in the harassment? Yeah, that's the kind of mind, that's the kind of dumb brain we are dealing with. Because people who aren't involved would never think to tell the person that they're not involved. There's no need to. But people who are involved, that thought would cross their mind and they would blurt it out. And you did. So you are obviously involved in the targeted harassment of Miranda and James Derrick. The only person I can think of that would direct hate at them. Everyone else that would have watched that docuseries sees them as victims of a cult. Don't be mean to them. You won't be mean to the ex-7M dancers. So why the fuck are you being mean to the ones that are current and supposed in a cult? Because you're not an expert. You're not an advocate. You don't care. You're out to cause harm because you're narrow-minded. And I can't wait for your fall. And I can't wait, just Robert Shinn raising his hands, thanking God. We will all be there thanking God. Just because he's a man of God. You just belittle him and poke him. Roberto, where's your flock? Where's your flock, Katie? Stranger friends. No physical being standing on your side besides Jennifer. The one you paid, not voluntarily. I don't think the Wilkings will be standing on your side in the courtroom when you're getting sued, Katie.
You can have everyone tell you that you're a god and you're the man of God and you're the most amazing human and you should bow down and worship me. But if you come out in the real world, no one will believe you. And you have such a fragile sense of self and ego that I don't think you could stand the criticism.
Robert Shinn lives in the real world. The 7M dancers live in the real world. You don't live in the real world. You've got addiction written all over you. It's so obvious, Katie. Why are you so rattled? Why can't you sleep? Can't shut up. Don't care about any survivors talking. You'll drown their voices out because who cares? It's what you say. Because what if the survivors go off script? Then they add more questions. Oh my God, then what do you do? Oh no, you got to rein them back in with another live. Let's just go over everything again just to make sure everyone knows the script. Katie, you are fucking leaf. You're just, oh, what a mindfuck to live with you. That's why you got separate bedrooms. But poor V, you know.
And that's why you're not speaking. I also feel like you're hiding. I feel like maybe you feel like if you say something, you will incriminate yourself. But using dancers to do your dirty work just makes you look like a coward and weak. It doesn't.
You're incriminating yourself with every breath, every post. Wake up, dum-dum. You're not threatening anyone. You're shaking in your fucking, oh no, not boots, socks. In your little sockets. That's what you're shaking in. Have another drink.
Make you look like the man of God. If you have nothing to hide, you hide nothing. And yet what are you doing? What you're doing is you are deleting people's social medias accounts, deleting posts on your Instagram, deleting evidence, erasing.
That's your speculation. And again, you're stating it as fact. Robert Shin's sitting at home. He doesn't need to do anything further. You're doing it for him. Why don't you understand that? You getting online talking about Robert Shin is not helping your case at all. It's proving to the judge that you don't care, that you think you're above the law, that you think that you're above like what the judge does with a ruling. You come up with your own ruling because you got a petition. What do you think that does for your case, Katie? 9 counts. You're telling your followers to unfollow the dancers. Again, affecting their careers. That's what you're being sued for, because you're continuing the behavior because you haven't done anything wrong. Ooh, you complete mindfuck. Complete mindfuck.
Seen and removing posts. It's just ridiculous, Robert. So, Robert, everyone's waiting for you, man of God, to actually speak. The real men of God would speak. The real pastors would speak. You will never speak because you are a coward. You're hiding. You're hiding from accountability. You're hiding from authorities. You're probably hiding from everything. Real people.
He's out in the world. He's getting on with his life. You are the one hiding away in your funeral waiting room. You haven't left your funeral waiting room. Why don't you go on a vacation? Get away. Take a weekend off. Go to the beach with all your money, your BMW. You can travel now because you can fit all that equipment that you use as props so people believe that your son is worse off than he is. And you make sure you tell him so then he can go along with your script. Okay, Katie. And you say he's got gastroparesis and that's why he's on the feeding tube, but then you're going to feed him all the processed food and the sugars and the gluten because you're Dr. Paulson and it's all on film. Because you're an idiot, because you think you're right. Look at you, the amount of times you had to say coward, but then you stroked your hair. Better comfort yourself. Reassure yourself that you aren't the coward. Katie, it's okay. Katie, you're the coward. Yeah. Guys, is Katie the coward? Yeah. So write coward if you think Katie's a coward, or what's the other option? I don't think there is. There's no other option. Because Robert Shin's not a coward. He's so smart. He is smarter than, whatever. Yes, TK, coward. That's one vote. Let's raise our cactus arms in our coward fashion. Katie, You talk the loudest because you're scared. Why don't you just sit back? You are so scared that someone is going to come out with your truth, expose you, how rattled you are over those photos that aren't even like your neighbor didn't post them. No one is stalking you. Google Maps exists. Google Earth exists at refresh, real time, so your car could be there one time and then you come back from the shop and it's back again. I use it to check my roof after hailstorms. You could have done that, but you left it for like a year or 2 years. What was it? Yeah, because it's not your priority. Katie, you know that song that Shin sings? Prosperity is yours. I think I'm closer to the tune now than I was, but I think I got the lyrics wrong. Is it prosperity is ours? Prosperity is yours. Anyway, yours is priority is yours. No, but not. Paulson? Anything that starts with a P? P? You look like you're going to say something. Okay, what are you going to say? No kissy action, okay? Oh, Marcy, get on my hookworm. Oh, God, don't zoom in on this. Like, the eye situation. Like, what? How can she not feel? And it's not eye boogie, but how can you not feel that shit? I guess when you're not using your eyes. Okay, Katie, we're coming back. Stop giving me that face.
Don't hide. And real people that have a level of respect and integrity certainly don't pass the buck and blame everyone else. If everyone's telling the same story about you, Robert, and they all have the same experience, and they're all from different periods of your life, and they've all been treated and mistreated by you the same way, odds are they're not lying. The problem is probably you.
Katie, you just pointed to yourself. Your body language is your biggest troll. Contradicts you. You point to yourself and then you flick it away. Like your body's saying, no, you're the problem. And you're like, no, I said Robert is. Your whole life is a battle, but it's external.
Treated and mistreated by you the same way, odds are they're not lying. The problem is probably you.
Here we go. Oh, Katie, we know. Yes, I agree. Captions. You, Katie, you are the problem. This is a problem too, and there's problems going on here and here, and it's on your bottom lip. If you zoom in on a picture, just look for like little curly worms. They're tiny because they're the larva. And is it larva or larvae? I don't know because I never said it out loud. But yeah, and this cheek is full as well. I did the bad thing, I went below the surface of the skin. And now I'm just going to tell you to go do it because I can't show you because I've scarred myself. I went too far.
Okay, let's not be, Robert is a Canadian citizen before he came to the US. So he wouldn't go back there. If I was a manager in this kind of situation, I would close my management company down. I would close the church down. I would walk away and I would let those dancers go. If I wasn't a cult leader, if I wasn't doing the things that people said I was doing, I'd be like, oh, you go do your thing. I don't need you. You don't need me.
Well, yeah, this is a good way to go about closing your business down. So you go this way, other people go the other way. Whichever way works, the end result will be the same, Katie.
That's right. But you won't. And your inaction only further proves what we've said about you. All right.
And your action proves to us what everyone has been saying about you for years, that you're a leaf, that you don't stand for anything. You just poke and poke and poke, and that's the only way you get a reaction. People don't, Robert Shin's going to expose you, Katie. Okay, are you going to give us a peace sign? Because I'm here for that. Please do not forget that I'm here for that.
I got to go. Let the dancers go.
Peace.
Turn yourself into police if you could. That'd be great. Just go in and confess to everything you've done. That would be way easier than us having to push the police to investigate you. Bye.
What would be way easier if you could just shut up and do the fighting in the courtroom, instead of dictating like a cult leader, making sure, like, Katie, like, guys, she doesn't look well, and she thinks she does. I'm so grateful, like, for the universe that I went through my meth addiction when the internet was not, I'm so glad I didn't have a YouTube channel, because she's just not with it. She doesn't know what's going on. It's all like the way she's talking about real people. Like, people that are living in the real world wouldn't refer to people as real people and blah, blah. Like, Katie, you're not living in reality, and you haven't lived in reality in a long time. And look at you, thinking you are above and smarter than Robert Shin. Oh, you had a sty recently from mascara. Oh, once you learn, then you're just on it, and like, with how long a mascara should be. This is what happens at the end of Katie's stream, and look, we haven't even got far. It's been an hour. I might have to maybe do the YouTube video tomorrow or Monday. I mean, it's not breaking news. It's going to be the same old, same old. So, Cactus Crew, if you are down with that. That took me an hour to get through 15 minutes. I guess there was a lot of bullshit on the table. It was just coming out, before we could order it. She does look like she's been, like, it does look like a swollen eye, but it's not. Like, she can't even, like, why would you highlight? Like, seriously, if I had my eye like that and I needed to wear makeup, like, I'd just wear bronzer over it, because she's still going in and, like, she's defining her crease with those beady eyes and that big sack. Like, that sack is an active infection. It's so close to her eye. Why am I worried about her brain? I think I'm worried about all brains, but I shouldn't be worried about Katie's brain. How big do you think it is? No. Because when Katie does the fist thing, when you put your two fists together, that's how big your brain is. I'm doing it, but I can't show you. And then just your one fist together, just your one hand doing a fist, that's the size of your heart. And then from your wrist to your elbow, that's the size of your foot. I know it looks huge, but do it when you get your shoes off. My foot must be massive, but it can't be, but it fits. And then when you open your hands, like your arms wide stretched from middle finger to middle finger across, that's how tall you are. All right, it's amazing. No one needs rulers. I think there must be, I agree with you. Nose Holio. Yeah, I agree with you, Lulu. The infection must have gone to her brain. There must be something. Or she's just not thinking right. Plus, they say, like, alcoholics are prone to staph infection because not only does alcohol feed the infection, but alcoholics are, like, they're not looking after themselves. Their immune systems are low because they drink every day. And, like, yeah, looking after themselves, their self-care is not a priority because drinking is. So then it just runs wild. But yeah, Katie, like, she literally poured hydroperoxide on it. She put hydroperoxide on it and used it for 3 days, and she's like, and I kept using it, not knowing that it was bad for it. And then my skin turned gray and, like, shriveled up. Like, legit. I'll link that video down below. But have it before you eat or long after you've eaten, because it's disgusting. Like she goes, it's like a science project, you know, with pictures that you didn't ask for. No, she doesn't care about her own brain, Captain. Exactly. Like, she doesn't even know she has a brain. She doesn't even know she's a functioning person. Like, she's not even, like, self-aware. I reckon having no self-awareness should be a disability. Why isn't it? I've never come across anyone that doesn't have self-awareness. And it literally, like, my brain hurts because no matter which way you go, there's no making sense of it. And I'm just dumbfounded every time she does something. I'm like, dude, you're talking about yourself. Like, I think because I'm way too aware, like I'm over aware of myself, like to the point where I annoy the shit out of myself. Like, I know how annoying I am. So, you know, I get you. If you know, then I know. I know. My parents, they know too. And if you haven't got there yet, it's coming. Oh, no, what looked like an anaconda? Nothing in the Paulson house, I told you. Oh, and she got rid of her foil, her penises in a foil, whatever they were, without telling me what was in there. I reckon it was probably just cotton. But what's making him stick up? Obviously nothing, you know. Oh, the vase. Yeah, gotta use the brain. Oh, you zoomed in on, oh no, you zoomed in on your big TV, Susie. Susie, what made you do that? I guess you were maybe on the couch or just at your computer and you went zooming in. I know, curiosity killed the cat. That's all I think about. That book. What was that book? It was like a Gumnut Babies book. I can never find. Yeah, they were, I know they were roses. I know I know the whole thing behind it, like they were his gift. But like what was in it? Like they weren't roses. Like what did he kill? Were they roses coffins? Like I'm like, were they just the stem and the heads chopped off? Oh no, because he made them look like roses out of alfoil, which is aluminum. I know. Oh, who is it? Is it Sally B that's helping me with my pronunciation? Did you see my retake on the 7M statement? Yes, yes. Don't ask me to repeat it. Capitulation. I'm getting good. Oh, guys, I might go. I know. I promised to do the YouTube live. We'll get to it maybe tomorrow. I don't do Katie on the weekends. It's the only way I can stay sane because she affects my mental health. So like I deal with her during the week and then on the weekends I breathe. I'm watching Dogma at the moment. Dogma? Can you imagine Katie watching this movie? She would not be able to watch it. This is my kind of religion. Has anyone watched Dogma? I think it's the only watchable Ben Affleck movie. I forgot that he was in it, but yeah, him and Matt Damon are angels that have been banned from heaven. And Chris Rock is in it too. He's like a fallen angel. Alanis Morissette is God. So it's like, yeah, just all about Catholic Church and God and the devil, and they're all like humans on earth, like trying to get back in. I started watching it and then had to do this, you know, so I just want to go back and watch that. No. But imagine Katie watching Dogma. She wouldn't even get it because she's so, you know, got that religious thing shoved up her bum that she can't understand anything because she just hates stuff. Oh, E, you guys will have to watch it if you need any religious, you know, if you need an out from Katie, you know. Oh my God. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out with me. And I know we didn't get very far, but Katie is a lot. Like, I'm exhausted. I'm fucking exhausted. I can't take this, Katie. Like, you're so desperate for attention, but you are no one. You're no one of importance. You're not a star. You're not a survivor or anything. You're just someone who passed on information that you're being sued for, and you're the one that won't shut up, and you keep poking Robert Shin. He is winning. You keep giving him all the information, all the evidence against you. You are providing. Make that make sense. Finger claps, no full palm for Paulson. You don't deserve it. No professionalism from you, ever. You know what, Katie? Why don't you go get a chop? Go get that hair cut. Leave the house. Or are you in hiding? I think you might be. I think you might be in hiding. Guys, give this video a like, share it, replay crew, comment below. If I missed anyone in chat and you need to tell me something, tag me, make sure I get it. I'm going to catch up on all my comments. I have not been keeping up with that this week. But yeah, what we didn't finish this week, we'll finish next week. Guys, try tune out from Katie. It does your mind so good. Then you come back and you're just like, oh, didn't miss anything. She's still on the same subject. It's the same thing. It's like I never left. Yep, that's the carousel from hell. Round and around. She's never wrong. Katie, when are you going to sit down and listen? Robert Shin is going to win. When it rhymes, we're on the right track.